Joining. Super excited to introduce you to Barrie Mowatt, the director and founder of the Vancouver Biennale of Public Art. Is that correct, or something has changed? Maybe I think, Barrie.
Well, hey, Jessica, good morning. It's a very special day here in Vancouver. It's exciting to think that we're now communicating to the world basically by screens and in this new virtual way. So this whole project, Art Project 220, is really about that virtual life that we've moved into. The Biennale is excited to be a part of this because Biennales really are about capturing the future now. And this blockchain technology and the new technologies that are emerging are really significant in terms of where might the art world go? How do we see the future, and what kind of role does blockchain kind of play? So we've come a long way in the last 20 years. We really are about art and public space, how to transform public space. And of course, we've gone from sculpture on the pedestal to sculpture in large monumental forms throughout the communities we work in and connect with. Focus always being about transforming space and creating neighborhoods and creating more engaged connections where the art really is a catalyst, for learning, dialogue, connecting, and often social action. So this is kind of a very special movement, and I'm really excited that we're able to launch this with you. You being one of our initial residency artists, and of course, as a result of that, this amazing project has happened. And of course, the project that you're going to realize in May of 2021 is a 600-foot-long corridor under the Cambie Street Bridge. Will really become a whole new life experience for everyone, and that's going to take us into new technologies using augmented reality and all those other kinds of good things. So we're really moving people into seeing public space in another way and engaging in a different way.
Excellent. So Barrie, I'm sharing here some images of the wonderful installations that and public art sculptures that are all over Vancouver. Some of our audience here have perhaps seen some of these works around the city. So just giving a scroll around so you guys can see what this is about.
It's interesting seeing your history paid in front of you. We often think of the new technologies of connecting with we'll say the under 30s, and I'm sort of I'm over that stage, sort of more the over 60s kind of thing. And it's nice to see us come together. But as we watch this rotation, this work you're seeing right now, while Westminster unfortunately had a major fire recently, and some great photographs of being in flames. So it's no longer there. It will return at some point, but it became a moniker. As you can see there, became an identifier for the community, and actually became it's Wow Westminster, and the community is called New Westminster. So again, public art can really become a focal point, and it's on a pier there. And the exciting thing about being on that pier, that whole pier, and that along the waterfront now is turned into a waterfront park. Again, the city reclaiming land and making it more usable and functional for citizens. So.
Excellent. So yes, part of what we want to do with this 20 minutes that I have with Barrie is let everybody know what's going on. Why are we here? What is Art Project 2020? So I'm going to go through some material I want to share with you. I'm a visual artist. I make installation art pieces. I've been with the Vancouver Biennale going around how to bring my work to the city. And so I'm just going to go over these pieces that I create, take over walls, ceilings, and floors, and they're very labor intensive. So what I'm doing is creating programs to activate the installation as it's up, and it becomes this sort of gathering point, this hub for collaborations to happen and for building community in the place where the artworks are located. So this being said, with the Vancouver Biennale, we decided to bring an artwork that would also build community around, Vancouver. And since 2017, I've been exploring blockchain as kind of as a subject matter for my artwork. I'm really interested in the idea of information. I'm interested in seeing how information lies at the core of how we see reality, we see the world, and we perceive according to a set of informational sort of paradigms. So our new paradigm, the one coming, is blockchain. I definitely believe in the technology, and preceding blockchain, obviously, the internet. So that is something I'm really interested in showcasing and bringing people through my work to understand the technology, not so much to tokenize or to use NFTs, but mostly use installation art to bring visibility to the blockchain space. So this is the location, the South Cambie Street Bridge that Barrie mentioned. It's 600 foot long. It's roughly 180 meters long, 11 columns, and we're just taking over this structure, creating kind of a visualization of what it would be for me, in my eyes, the blockchain space. So Barrie mentioned the residency. I did a residency of a whole month or more than a month there last year.
Months over time.
Huh?
A couple of months over time, yeah.
Yes, time flies. It was about a year ago, and I put together a whole proposal. We met with community members and did the whole sort of process of making this happen with the community and the Vancouver community, the Vancouver Biennale community. So this is a scale model that I put together, and this is what we will be doing. The plan was, just as I do with my other artwork, was to create an art and technology or art and blockchain conference right under the bridge. But then COVID hit. This was to be installed this year, so we had to move it for next year, and COVID hit. And so we just decided, let's not lose momentum. We're already working on gathering the best people in the space. Like, we're not going to wait a whole year and do it. So we just decided to go virtual. So it actually became bigger than we envisioned if it was to be physical under the bridge. We have a great group of people. We have over 80 speakers, 40 panel discussions, activities, a whole program that is jam-packed 5 days. So I invite you to go and scroll and see and make sure that you catch as much as you can. So what we're doing today is this sort of soft launch, right, Barrie, of the bridge in virtual form. So, things are changing. We are now in this virtual world, and yeah, go ahead.
No, I think one of the exciting things about this is life moves in various mysterious ways, and COVID actually, in this sense, has become a gift for us, because most of us are in lockdown somewhere in the world in some capacity. We're quarantining, and so we're now relying more on our computers and our technology to connect with one another. And so this art project 220 really fits right into this whole opportunity. So the confluence, the comfort level with Zooming and connecting with one another worldwide is really an exciting an exciting extension of this. And as you mentioned, I think what happens with all of our projects, and I think you start up with one idea, and then the community gets engaged, and it takes a life of its own. And so it'd be interesting to see how Art Project 220, over the next 5 days, what kind of wonderful, exciting learning opportunities come out of this, what kind of networking will come out of this.
Exactly.
To see what, interestingly, what kind of new projects with new artists, what new engagements with art through Art in America, the Whitney Museum, the more traditional art carriers or purveyors will be able to bring to this whole dialogue. So exciting about this, we're looking at the more traditional sense of how art is presented, how art is engaged. Our partners, Ephemera, are launching a whole new sense of how to look at art, how to a new collector base, a new audience, to look at the new art forms. So it's not physical three-dimensional sculptures or two-dimensional paintings. It now becomes the lens-based kind of art form using blockchain technologies.
Yes, so definitely. And, I was thinking as I was going through this process with the Biennale and my own sort of building my own conceptual structure around this, thinking about public space, is if you think the public square, where people gather to discuss things about society, that's not really happening in the physical space anymore. It happens in Facebook, Twitter. That's the new public space. So I think bringing the conversation of public space to the digital realm, it makes the most sense in the world. And, it really is a sort of a bridge that I think we can be doing here with the Vancouver Biennale, bringing it to that new public square. Additionally, thinking about, blockchain art, for example. Blockchains are most blockchains that we're using for this are public, and everything is transparent, and there's visibility for all to see absolutely everything that happens. And that makes the concept of public becomes really, really important in this intersection between blockchain and art in public spaces.
It's very much a democratization of art in that sense, isn't it? It is exciting. Yeah, but as we talk about the future is now, where is public space? The public space really has become the cloud, it has become the universe, has become the cyberspace. 20 years ago, can you imagine when we started the Biennale trying to take over public space in interesting ways and how to create community through large-scale physical installations? That's moved. I mean, it exists still today, but it's moved dramatically now so that the new generation, the new audience is really about this connectivity as we're speaking right now in this fashion. So it's an exciting world, I'm looking forward to hearing some of the participants over the next 5 days. We got Jason and Bailey, we got Gerhard Bach, Devang Thakur. There's some really exciting what people in the know. It's just, and for me, it's particularly exciting because I'm at I'm at the very bottom of the learning curve. So I'm the generation who says, where do I push this button? What is this? I mean, and so just learning the language has become the exciting and challenging part. So as long as you're curious, the opportunities are here. Exactly. And I think that these next 5 days are going to approach our minds in many, many, many ways.
Yes, definitely.
It could be a lesson in vocabulary for many of us.
Yes, absolutely. And we're going to be sharing resources for everyone here. For example, I just posted a link here on Attendify. For those of you who are seeing us, there's a little chat there. I posted a link so you can see the voxel bridge and virtual reality form. But as Barry's saying, like, for example, with language, I'm going to post another one now that is called the NFT Bible by OpenSea. And it's like a walk through, kind of like a glossary of all these new words that you're going to be hearing. We will also be, our idea with this exhibit, with this expo, Art Project 2020, is to bring a new community of people coming from the traditional art world, like Barrie, to start learning about blockchain, just like Barrie, from scratch. So Barrie will actually be doing a demo. He's going to get his first ETH. He's going to buy his first NFT. So keep an eye on that, because that's going to be fun. That's part of the program. And so the way the 5 days are structured, we were thinking maybe the first day is going to be more focused on the beginnings, the first steps for beginners, for artists, for collectors who are new. So if you are new, check as much as you can today, and then every day is going to start getting a little bit progressively more complex and more technical. So that's the way that we sort of built the program around that kind of dynamic progression from easier to harder. So I'm going to share again maybe the program.
I don't know if people can see in the background behind me is part of the model that you have. I'm sitting in a room that was your room, and it's still got the model here that inspired the city engineers and all the other politicians and such to say, hey, this is something new and maybe we can try it. So
I'm excited, and well, thank you actually, Barrie, for having me be part of this. It's really an honor as an artist, to be able to bring new things for the Biennale. This is a relationship where we're all getting from each other and growing together. So that's really cool. At the same time, what I aim to do with the project is for example, bring sponsors to the project. So we already mentioned a big sponsor is the Kusama Network.
Which is very exciting.
Yes, the Kusama Network, huge. And we're going to be doing a collaboration, actually, doing an augmented reality integration under the bridge. So you're going to see all the vinyl and the visual optical illusion immersive physical piece, but then you're also going to be able to use your phones and see all the Kusama Network blockchain data live. And we actually have some tests that I could briefly share of the Kusama.
It's a really exciting project. I mean, imagine 600 feet long. So it's a space that is a very dead space originally, and now it's going to become a space where people can't walk through it on their way to work or just enjoying their neighborhoods without sort of their eyes going, aha. So we like to get lots of aha moments. So the Vauxhall Bridge is going to, and these technologies are really going to have many aha moments.
That's correct. Exactly. So what you just saw, sorry for going back there, is a test for the blocks that are going to be sort of being minted or being part of the blockchain of the Kusama Network that you actually be able to see live. So that's going to be happening. That's done by Spheroid Universe, a team that is also collaborating with us. And so, yeah, Kusama is one of the biggest supporters of this. We're really excited to have them on board. The Foundation of Art and Blockchain, for sure. We've been working with them for quite some time. So I invite you to go to the website, go see the sponsors. Ephemera, who's also super great team, who are working with us full time on this event, and then Maker and Status, which are actually not blockchain, not art related projects, but they see the value of art and the art community in the blockchain space. If you think of it, the Ethereum network, the Ethereum blockchain, what makes it so important is the community that is really holding it and pushing it forward. And I see that the artistic community in the blockchain space has that potential of lifting the technology. And for me as an artist, thinking that art can do that for a project, it's never heard of.
We know art can lift. Everything we do engages the art. So
yeah, so yes, thanks to our sponsors for sure, and community partners who are our friends, people in the space. So this event is certainly meant to be for all of you to connect and to network. It's for everybody.
Jessica, do you want to talk a bit about some of the countries that some of our people, our participants are coming from? I know we're dealing with people in like Byron with Ephemera in Ireland. We're dealing in cities like Toronto. We're dealing cities in Shanghai, I believe.
Yes.
We're in Switzerland. We're in Germany.
So we only have 2 minutes left. So I guess definitely, I mean, my take on that is we are in a decentralized sort of MO, and that really makes this a whole experience that involves the globe, as a whole. So definitely, we have one of the panels is in Chinese, and we also have a panel in Spanish. So we do, value being able to reach. So do you have any final remarks, Barrie?
No, I hope everyone will go online and check out the various of the 40 different opportunities to participate or to learn a lot about what we're doing. There's some really great topics here. There's from generative photography to Darks Taka, overcoming technical challenges and the magic behind NFT platforms. Again, we talked about Vauxhall Bridge to small cities and public art, where to start, what is crypto art. There's just some tremendous topics and opportunities. The nice thing is you're going to be dealing with specialists and people who hopefully can connect with one another. So it's an opportunity. If you're curious, check things out. You can do it. There's bound to be within those 40 and 5 days, many opportunities to jump in and jump out where you want to.
Excellent. And so my final remark, my last 30 seconds here is, bring as many people as you can to this event, because this lineup is top notch. An event like this is rarely free, and we want to make sure that everybody takes advantage of it.
Yeah, and think of this as pivotal. This is a moment in time that you're going to look back on and say, wow, it happened there and happened then. So be a part of now. Come and join. Yeah, tell your friends. It's real simple. It's real easy. Just push that button and say, Art Expo IO.
Let's bring everybody.
Project IO. There we are. Art Project IO.
Project.io. Here we are.
Well, welcome.
Thank you, Barrie.
May all your ideas and curiosities be fulfilled.
Thank you so much. This is really exciting. We're going to have a lot of fun.
We are.
Thank you. I'll see you around the expo.